Okay, in this video, we are going to look at terms related to inheritance. Okay, first, we are going to look at the meaning of gene. Okay, it is the basic unit of inheritance, which consists of DNA segment located on a specific locus of a chromosome. Okay, so this picture here shows the homologous chromosomes. Okay, one is from the father, another one is from the mother. So you get to see these are the genes. Okay, these are the genes where they are on a specific locus. Locus here refers to position ataupun location. Okay, and that they are responsible, gene ini, they are responsible to control specific characteristics. So what is the meaning of characteristics? Dia adalah heritable features such as height, the eye color, the blood group, and presence of dimples. And each characteristic is a feature of an organism. Okay, next one is trait. Apa itu trait? For example, okay, this one is examples of characteristics, height, color, and blood group, right? Then you get to see trait kat sini. So that means height, then the trait is that sama ada dia adalah tinggi ataupun rendah. So meaning trait is the variation of specific characteristics. Okay, kalau color, okay, whether the color is red or white, maybe the color of the seed, for example, or the color of the flower. So trait refers to a variation of specific characteristics. Okay, next one is on allele. Allele is the alternative form of gene for a specific trait, and they are located on the same locus of a pair of homologous chromosomes. Okay, say for example this one, on this same locus right here. Okay, this, for example, this is the gene that controls the height characteristics pada locus ini. Okay, then this gene is represented by an allele that controls height. Okay, kita guna huruf yang sama, but that what's different is that one is capital letter, the other one is small letter. Itu yang kita panggil dia sebagai alternative form of gene. For example here, if it is capital T, it controls tall trait. But if it is a small letter t, it controls the dwarf trait. Itu yang maksudnya alternative form of gene. Allele itu. Okay, next one, you get to see the terms genotype dengan phenotype. Okay, kalau phenotype, okay, this is observable characteristics. Kita boleh lihat dengan mata. When you see a plant, you can tell whether it is tall or short. Itu phenotype. But genotype here refers to the genetic composition or the genetic makeover of the organisms which cannot be seen. For example, if the plant is tall, okay, the genotype, what's the genotype? Can be both capital letter of T, or one capital T and another one is small t, dominant dengan recessive allele. Okay, manakala the genotype for short ataupun dwarf plants, okay, it is characterized by both small letter of T. Okay, just now I mentioned dominant and also recessive allele. Okay, here is the definition. Kalau dominant allele, it is an allele which always show its trait when it is present, and it suppresses the effect of recessive allele, and it is represented by capital letter. Tapi kalau recessive allele, it only shows its traits when both alleles are recessive. Okay, and the effects of recessive allele is suppressed by the presence of dominant allele. It is represented by a small letter B. And this brings us to dominant versus recessive trait. What is dominant trait? This trait is expressed when both alleles are dominant alleles. Okay, dua dominant, or one dominant allele is paired with a recessive allele. Therefore, dia akan show dominant trait itu. Manakala kalau ia adalah recessive trait, it is expressed if a recessive allele is paired with another recessive. Barulah dia akan menunjukkan trait recessive ini. Okay, trait itu adalah ciri lah. Okay, next one is homozygote versus heterozygote. Okay, this one is simple. Homo means the same. Hetero means different. Okay, so kita ada sebut tentang alleles. at the loci of a pair of homologous chromosomes, right? So if they are the same, meaning both dominant alleles ataupun both recessive alleles, ini kita panggil dia sebagai homozygote lah. But if the alleles at the loci of a pair of homologous chromosomes are different, one of dominant, the other one of recessive allele, then this is heterozygote. Okay, next one we have parental generation ataupun parents ataupun dia punya induk refers to the first generation of two individuals which are mated to predict or analyze genotypes of their offspring. Manakala filial generation ini merujuk kepada successive generation, hasil ataupun results of mating between individuals of purebred parental generation. Apa maksud purebred ini? Okay, this is it. It refers to individuals which carries two identical alleles for a trait. For example, both capital letter T ataupun both small letter T. Ini yang kita panggil sebagai purebred ataupun bakatulin, where self-cross always produces offsprings with the same characteristics in every generation. Maksudnya kalau kacukan sendiri self-cross among these two capital letter T ini, maksudnya the subsequent generation in all generation, every generation, they will exhibit the same characteristics lah. Semuanya adalah tinggi. Itu yang kita panggil sebagai purebred. So self-cross among the purebreds. Okay, kalau hybrid, hybrid is the product of mating between two purebred varieties. Maksudnya kalau kita kacukkan yang dua ini, these two are purebred. But if we are to cross these two, okay, so it is going to produce hybrid. Produk itu kita panggil sebagai hybrid.